I have been using the Shure SM7B in my videos for the past couple of months. This is that. And if you're not aware, this microphone is extremely expensive. Like for real. Like by the time this video is made, it's priced at, like I said, extremely expensive. A huge shout out to my wife for blessing me with this microphone. This is actually her wedding gift to me. How crazy is that? Thanks, love. And so the anticipation or the expectation is that when you use this kind of microphone, you would produce better quality audio. However, if you've been watching my recent videos, I actually don't produce better quality audio. Oh well. And that is because, ladies and gentlemen, I have been using this directly connected to my recorder, which in my case, the Zoom H4N Pro. Yes, you heard it right. I don't have any mic boosters or something, which is almost like a requirement when you use this microphone. But things are quite different right now because I actually have 3 mic boosters to use in this video. The Cloudlifter CL-1, the Triton Fethead, and the Klark Teknik CT-1. And would you join me as we figure out which one is the best? Not just in terms of performance, but in terms of value. Let's not make this long. Let's roll the intro. By the way, just a bit of disclaimer, I'm not a professional sound engineer or whatsoever. So, yeah. Before anything else, I'd like to officially welcome you to my channel. Thank you for making it past the intro. If you're into cameras, gadgets, technologies, all that good stuff, please do subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't yet. In that case, you won't miss out on anything from this channel. By the way, I want to say thank you to Aragaki Audio and Recording Gear for sending me these mic boosters to test and for making this review possible. More power to you, sir. Having that out of the way, let's dive right into the topic. Like I said earlier, the goal in this video is for us to figure out which one of these mic boosters is the best in terms of value. Meaning, besides the performance, I would also have to consider the price, the form factor, and everything else. But obviously, we have to focus on the sound quality as that is what this is all about. That being said, we're gonna put these mic boosters to the test and see how they perform. For consistency and accuracy, I had to ask my wife to record something which I will be playing through a speaker. And then I'll place the Shure SM7B in front of it with the mic boosters. Of course, one after the other. Take note as well that the settings in the recorder and the audio source will be the same for each and every mic booster. Again, the goal is to be as consistent and as accurate as possible. Now that you have a better understanding of the setup and everything, here are the results.
My name is Hazel, and Augustus Waters was the great star-crossed love of my life. Ours was an epic love story, and I won't be able to get more than a sentence into it without disappearing into a puddle of tears. Gus knew. Gus knows. I'll not tell you our love story because, like other love stories, it will die with us, as it should. I'd hope that he'd be eulogizing me because there's no one I'd rather have. I can't talk about our love story, so I'll talk about math. I'm not a mathematician, but I know this. There's an infinite between 0 and 1. There's 0.1 and 0.12 and 0.112 and an infinite collection of others. Of course, there's a bigger infinite set of numbers between 0 and 2, or between 0 and a million. Some infinites are bigger than other infinites. A writer we used to like taught us that. There are days, many days of them, when I resent the size of my unbounded set. I want more numbers than I'm likely to get, and God, I want more numbers for Augustus Waters than he got. But Gus, my love, I cannot tell you how thankful I am for our little infinity. I wouldn't trade it for the world. You have me forever within the numbered days, and I'm grateful.
I actually made a recording as well capturing only the white noise for further reference. Now those are the samples recorded with the Shure SM7B and with the 3 mic boosters. Let me know in the comment section which for you sounded the best. In my not so professional opinion, all of them sounded better when compared to the Shure SM7B connected just with the recorder. However, it is quite obvious that the Triton Fethead has more gain than the Cloudlifter and the Klark Teknik. And so I thought of doing another test, but this time let's even out the volume. But at this point, allow me to remove the Cloudlifter in the story because it's no longer an option for me. That is because, like I said, all of them sounded incredible already. And with the price of the Cloudlifter, I don't know. Plus the fact that I don't actually want to use another XLR cable. May not be a big of a deal, but it is for me. But anyway, here are the results of the Triton Fethead and the Klark Teknik CT-1 with the volume even out.
My name is Hazel, and Augustus Waters was the great star-crossed love of my life. Ours was an epic love story, and I won't be able to get more than a sentence into it without disappearing into a puddle of tears. Gus knew. Gus knows. I'll not tell you our love story because, like other love stories, it will die with us, as it should. I'd hope that he'd be eulogizing me because there's no one I'd rather have. I can't talk about our love story, so I'll talk about math. I'm not a mathematician, but I know this. There's an infinite between 0 and 1. There's 0.1 and 0.12 and 0.112 and an infinite collection of others. Of course, there's a bigger infinite set of numbers between 0 and 2, or between 0 and a million. Some infinites are bigger than other infinites. A writer we used to like taught us that. There are days, many days of them, when I resent the size of my unbounded set. I want more numbers than I'm likely to get, and God, I want more numbers for Augustus Waters than he got. But Gus, my love, I cannot tell you how thankful I am for our little infinity. I wouldn't trade it for the world. You have me forever within the numbered days, and I'm grateful.
Now, let me ask you again, which one for you sounded better? For me, actually, I think I've had enough. I think I made a choice already. Based on what I heard from the recording, I think the CT-1 from Klark Teknik gained a lot more noise when I turned up the volume. Again, the reason why we turned up the volume of the Klark Teknik is that we could match the volume of the Triton Fethead. However, I mentioned also that I would consider the pricing of these mic boosters. By the time this video is made, the Klark Teknik CT-1 is priced at, and the Triton Fethead on the other hand is priced at. It still is a significant difference in terms of pricing of these two mic boosters. But still, both of them are, for me, acceptable. And so the deciding factor for me here is the functionality. With the form factor of the Klark Teknik, I could only connect it directly to the Shure SM7B and not on the Zoom H4N Pro. But the Triton Fethead, it could be connected to either the Shure SM7B or the Zoom H4N Pro. And guess what? That for me is the very deciding factor. Why is that? As you can see here, you don't actually see any mic booster attached to the Shure SM7B. So you might think, I might be using the Cloudlifter. And I tell you what, I'm not. I am currently using the Triton Fethead directly connected to the Zoom H4N Pro. No feedback or unnecessary noise or whatsoever. How amazing is that? So finally, what is our verdict in this video? Again, in my not so professional opinion, if it's not obvious yet, the Triton Fethead is for me the best value mic booster for the Shure SM7B. Like in terms of price, performance, functionality, and form factor, the Triton Fethead is my choice. And yes, it is what I'm using right now because it is what I'm keeping for myself. But there you go, folks. I am sure I wasn't able to cover everything, so let me know your thoughts in the... But there you go, folks. I am sure I wasn't able to cover everything, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section, or we can connect on Instagram or on Facebook. As I end, if you're getting value from this video, please do like and subscribe for more not super technical, but rather practical approach to gadgets and technologies. Until then, thank you for watching.